Friends, in my previous video I am asking a question. The question is, why ear hearing very proper sound? Because liquid offered impedance, and in same manner ear also having cochlear fluid or labyrinthine fluid. So ear should not hear proper sound, but we hear proper sound. So what is reason behind this? That we always having cochlear fluid or labyrinthine fluid, but we hear proper sound. So what is reason behind this? Friends, you see here in this figure, this first person are in air, and this person produce 100% sound energy, and another person, second person, is in liquid, that is liquid surface, and second person is in liquid portion, and first is in air. If first person produce 100% sound, then this liquid offer impedance, and because of this impedance 99.9% this sound energy is reflected back. So this person is very less here, or you can say this person is can't hear this first person, second person is not here proper, or can't hear this first person sound, because 100% is sound energy is reflected by back, 99.9% energy is reflected back. So but in this ear, cochlear fluid cochlear fluid, or you can say labyrinthine fluid, both is same. Labyrinthine fluid we discussed in my previous video. Here the same liquid is impedance 99.9% energy, but this labyrinthine fluid which is found in my ear is not transferred back energy 99.9, because we hear proper sound. So what is behind this reason we hearing proper sound? The one mechanism is in scene. The mechanism is known as the ear having some special mechanism to hear clear sound, and that mechanism is known as impedance matching mechanism. Because friends, nature has compensated for this loss of sound energy by interpositioning the middle ear, which converts sound of greater amplitude. Friend, you see here, this is converted sound greater amplitude but lesser force to that of lesser amplitude but greater force. This function of middle ear is called impedance matching mechanism, and this impedance matching mechanism is done by three methods. This mechanism is done by three methods. We discuss one by one. Friend, the first function is lever action of the ossicles. What is ossicles? Middle ear bone, that means malleus, incus and stapes. These three bones are known as ossicles. So lever action. What is lever? If we apply minimum force and lift maximum weight, that is known as lever, or you can say in friend, this mechanism is also known as transformer action. So we talking about lever actions of ossicle. Here we applied force, minimum force, and lifting maximum weight via the lever. So mechanical advantage of this lever equals to what? Output force divided by input force, and we take output, what is W, weight, and input equals to F, that means weight divided by force is known as mechanical advantage of this lever. And same way ossicle is this, because friend, this ossicle behave as like a lever. Sorry friends, this ossicle is behave as like lever, you get it mind. So friends, why this incus is ossicles is behave as like lever? Friend, this is malleus handle, and this malleus handle is 1.3 times longer than the long process of incus. This is long process and this is handle of malleus. This malleus is 1.3 times of this long process of incus. So it is behave as like lever, and the mechanical advantage of this ossicle will become what? It will become 1.3 times. This will become 1.3 times the mechanical advantage of ossicles. Now the second mechanism is hydraulic action of tympanic membrane. Hydraulic action of tympanic membrane. So friends, you see here, tympanic area of tympanic membrane is much greater than area of stapes foot plate. You see here, this is foot plate, stapes foot plate. So tympanic membrane area is much more greater than stapes foot plate, and its ratio tympanic area is to foot plate area equals to what? 21:1. This ratio is we have as like this. So aerial ratio equals to what? It will become 14:1. Lever ratio of ossicles. Lever ratio of ossicles equals to what? 1.3:1. So now we product of aerial ratio multiply lever ratio will give product of aerial ratio, that means 14 multiply ossicle ratio multiply 1.3 ossicle ratio, it will become 18.2:1. That means you can say 18:1. So this value give more advantage to compensate impedance by labyrinthine fluid or cochlear fluid. Friends, now last third one is curved membrane effect. So see here friends, this is tympanic membrane or eardrum, and this tympanic membrane is connected to this ossicle, middle ear ossicle or malleus, incus and stapes. So here you see here, this is curved portion of tympanic membrane. So this curved portion is effect more to reduce the impedance offered by labyrinthine fluid. So friend, my conclusion